Hello everyone. So this is the sixth lesson of our class 6, that is changes around us. In this chapter we'll be mostly discussing about the changes that takes place around us or in our environment. So many changes that takes place every day, every time. So we'll be mainly discussing about those things. So first we'll be discussing about changes. So there are two types of changes. One is irreversible and another one is irreversible changes. So reversible change and irreversible change, what does that mean? First we will look into this. So reversible change means a reversible change is a change that can be undone or reversed. Consider you have a substance and you have changed the shape or size of the object, and after sometimes if you want and if you rechange the shape to back to the previous form or original shape, then this type of changes are known as reversible changes. Consider you have a dough of this wheat flour, and you have changed this into a roti in the form of roti. So again you can rechange it or reverse it to the form of this dough balls. So that this type of changes which can be reversed or which can be undone, or which in which the shape or size can be changed back to the previous form, these type of changes are known as reversible changes. An irreversible change is when something cannot be changed back to its original form. Consider you have rice. So if you change the shape, or if you grind that rice, it will convert into powder. So again it is not possible for anyone to change the powder to the rice again. So these type of changes where the things cannot be reversed to its original form, then this type of changes are known as irreversible changes. Next, so in your book page number 46, one activity is given. So 6 activities are given in the first 2 pages. We'll be discussing about those 6 activities in this video mainly. So activity 1, here they have said about the change of shape of object. So here they have said about the balloons. So when we buy balloons from the market, the shape of the balloons remains like this. If we buy the packets, so inside the packets these things are like this in non-inflated balloons. So they remain in this shape. When we blow air inside it, the shape changes. So it's a change. So it's a change, and that takes place around us or in our environment or in our homes. This type of changes that takes place every day, or sometimes when we bring the balloons in our homes and we inflate with air, the shape changes. So when this air inside the balloon is released, the shape of the balloon changes back to the previous form. So this is one type of a reversible change. Okay, so second activity they have said that paper. So the paper, when we buy it, it remains like this. The paper is like the flat paper, and these papers can be used to prepare these origamis. The shape of different animals or organisms can be made with the help of paper. So we can cut the papers and we can give it to any shape. If we know the skills, we can change the shape of the paper to any kind of we can make butterflies, we can make aeroplanes, we can make boats. So many things can be prepared with the help of paper by cutting the papers. So this type of changes sometimes reversible and sometimes irreversible, because if we cut the paper too much, then it is kind of irreversible. And if we use the whole paper, and if we make something, and after that if we unfold the object and if we again press it, and it will turn back to the previous form, that is in the form of paper. So sometimes it is reversible and sometimes it is irreversible change. Then activity 3 they have said, so the shape of the dough that we use for preparing the rotis, it is like this. So shape and size is like this, and from that one we make the small balls of dough, and that is pressed with the help of this wooden stick, and it changes the shape. So here the shape of the object is changing. So it is a change that takes place in our home. So that change is reversible change, because this can be again changed to this form. If we press it with the elbow of our hand, it changes back to the previous form. So it's a reversible change. Then activity 4 they have said, so we have a balloon inflated balloon, and if we pierce the inflated balloon with the help of a small needle or with a small object, sharp object, that a balloon will blast. The balloon will be blasted. So it's the shape of the balloon will change. So it's irreversible change, because again when we will try to inflate the balloon, but the balloon will not change the will not take the shape of the previous form. It will not take this form. So that is not it is an irreversible change, because the shape cannot be obtained again. So in activity 5 they have said that we have a piece of paper, and in the piece of paper if we draw the shape of an aeroplane or any object, and if we cut the object from that, cut out the object from the paper, so the shape of the paper changes, or the size of the paper changes. So there is some change in the paper, because the paper was like this, now the paper is like this. So there is a change in the paper. It is an irreversible change, because if we cannot fix it like previously, we can fix it with the help of tapes and glues, but it will not be like the previous form. So there will be some change in the form. So it's a irreversible change. So in the activity 6 they have said that we have the small balls of doughs, and they are used to prepare these rotis, and if we bake the roti, the shape of the thing changes. Previously it was in this form, now it is in this form. So it will be flat afterwards. So the shape is changing, but it is a irreversible change, because this cannot be changed back to the previous form. So if the things can be changed to the previous form, it is irreversible, and if cannot, so it is an irreversible change. So in your book, in page number 48, one table is given. So I'm asking you to fill out the table with the help of the concept that you have just learned in this video. So with the help of this one, you try to fill up the table that is given in page number 48, that is reversible and irreversible changes. So if you have any kind of confusion, anything, you just ask me, and thank you for watching the video.